Good morning. My name is Colleen DeMerchant, and I am the General Manager of the Nuclear Insurance Association of Canada, commonly known as NIAC. NIAC is an insurance pool of Canadian property and casualty insurers and reinsurers. We specialize in the high-quality insurance and risk management, underwriting, and inspections of Canadian nuclear exposures. We provide true risk transfer, secure insurance capacity, and collaborate with the world's nuclear experts to create innovative domestic solutions for our clients and our members. It is my pleasure to moderate this session relating to catastrophic risk that is considered man-made. Today we will hear from Canada's largest nuclear power operator and from the Ontario provincial government entity that is responsible for administering emergency response in the event of a nuclear incident or an off-site release of radioactive material from a nuclear power station. The Nuclear Liability and Compensation Act establishes a third-party compensation regime in the unlikely event of a nuclear accident resulting in civil injury and damages. This new law entered into force in January 1st, 2017, and replaces the Nuclear Liability Act legislation, which dates back to the early 1970s. Under the new law, the operator of a nuclear power plant is responsible to pay up to $1 billion in damages resulting from an accident from that peril. Among other changes, the new law expands on the types of damages for which people and businesses affected by the accident can be compensated. It provides a 30-year time period for making claims for bodily injury. The higher limits and the broader coverages available to claimants makes it necessary for insurers to provide a robust claims response. To address this, NIAC completed an exhaustive review of the claims handling processes and have developed a world-class emergency claims response in the highly unlikely event of a nuclear incident. NIAC's claims response is not to be confused with the emergency response that would be mounted by the organizations represented by our guest speakers today, but rather complementary and supportive of these established protocols. I have a video which will bring greater clarity to this approach.
At NIAC, we often say we bring the complex world of nuclear to the complex world of insurance. A good example of this is defining the difference between emergency claims response and emergency response. Both are beneficial for community resilience in the event of a nuclear incident. Emergency response is action taken in response to an unexpected event in an attempt to mitigate its impact on people or the environment. Emergency situations can range from natural disasters to hazardous materials problems and transportation incidents. Emergency response may refer to services provided by emergency and rescue agencies, as well as the plans made and actions taken within an organization to respond to emergencies. Emergency response plans are an important component of workplace safety. An emergency claims response plan can help address and work to mitigate some of the needs and challenges in an emergency situation. The NIAC Emergency Claims Response Plan is the tool we developed to stay in contact with the various groups that go into action following a nuclear or radiological emergency. It enables NIAC to make its intake website available at all times to claimants who are often shaken or overwhelmed by the experience, providing them with timely, accurate information. The Emergency Claims Response Plan is a set of coordinated procedures and actions designed to promptly and efficiently assist claimants affected by a nuclear incident in Canada. It provides for assessing the scale of the incident's claims response, using information provided by the nuclear operator and government authorities to determine the extent of the radiological release. Notification to NIAC insurers and reinsurers, our members, that the incident will result in a claim, and to initiate the claims process and procedures, putting in place the necessary resources to communicate to potential claimants relevant information on the claims process. Our plan is implemented as soon as the situation is known. We then try to reach the population as effectively as possible to provide information on how to make a claim. Thus, within a very short time frame, NIAC and our stakeholders can inform the public via social media. Until the situation returns to normal, NIAC and our stakeholders remain on alert and make sure the claimant's questions are answered. Increasingly, governments, emergency response, and now emergency claims response are recognizing the importance of social infrastructure, the people, places, and institutions that foster cohesion and support. There's a lot of social science research showing how much better people do in disasters when they have good social networks and connections. We've had a pretty big evolution in our thinking, so promoting community resilience is now front and center in our approach. This is all part of how NIAC brings the complex world of nuclear to the complex world of insurance.